No, I want to hear the deeper
No,
level of what?
the point is, it's supposed to be confusing.
Right.
And if you find deeper meaning underneath it all, well, that's for you.
Right, and if you
I call
don't-
that then an Easter egg.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trevor.
You're welcome.
That is Trevor, and this is Off Topic. I'm Michael. We've got Lindsay, BK, and the aforementioned Trevor, who's talking about
a 4.
deeper knowledge, deeper meaning.
Trevor was
and
engaging
Gaunt's
his
0.
engineer brain.
Is it
You
Gaunt?
wouldn't get it, electrician over here. I'm but a mere theater major.
that at all,
So please elaborate.
No, I have nothing to elaborate on. You keep throwing it to me, and it's a manga that BK got carded to buy.
I did.
You got carded this week.
I did. I went to kindergarten.
Ma'am, I need to see your identification. Are you old enough to be on this podcast?
I apparently not. I look like I'm 12. I get it. I know I'm a child, but Jesus. Like, I still get carded for lighters. I'm like, come on.
For lighters? I didn't know there
Yeah,
was a...
well, that's because she does set fires.
Yes.
That's why it's not carding, it's an age thing. It's like, yeah, you're BK, that's what I thought.
Right.
No.
Our resident person
Right.
There's a little
Right.
like flame on her license. It's like, oh, hey.
Yeah, right. It's kind of like it's the donor symbol. Yeah, it's a fire.
It's a fire.
That's
This
true.
one.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What is the name of this manga?
Mikey was saying Gaunt's, which I love. I've always heard Gans.
Oh, I'm just guessing.
I know, which I love. I'm going to call it Gaunt's from now on.
I mean, most like anime is pronounced like more that way, right? It's like, it's not Naruto. Generally speaking, it's,
Nah,
I don't know.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
Naruto.
I'm taking a stab in the
Dance.
dark.
Naruto?
Yes.
Perhaps.
That's the southern one.
Perhaps.
Watching your Narutos?
From the Hidden Leaf Village.
That's like if my dad
Can't
entered
even
the room.
say it with a straight
Oh,
face.
absolutely. A Hidden Brush Village.
Hidden Brush
Come
Village.
through. Don't y'all worry.
You have to
Me and my
crack
tractor.
up. You have to crack up, or people might take it seriously. And,
true, I'm
and
sorry.
you have a reputation to uphold. I got nothing.
probably
I've read
do.
very few manga.
You could actually probably do, instead of hidden leaf, you could probably do like tobacco leaf.
Oh, absolutely.
Tobacco leaves.
Tobacco leaf.
I need this parody to be
They're
real.
just spitting all the time. Yeah.
Rat on frogs, we gig 'em.
Yeah.
The only manga I've read, and I read up to like issue 95, was
wow.
A Take on Titan.
Oh, nice. A Take on Titan.
My stomach.
Oh, excuse me, thank you.
My
Titan.
stomach went I'm like, don't you dare,
Right?
sir.
I'm next to you going, yes.
Yes.
This girl's stuff you got in front
I
of
know,
you.
I'm sorry. I'm bringing like my
Ooh,
I get so much
I saw a TikTok. Are you a beverage gremlin? Because
Yes.
there's one for hydration. There's one.
I mean, you're asking Lindsay.
One for energy.
No, Lindsay usually has 17.
Yes, well, I'm
Why don't we
validating.
say
Yeah, but that's
the
not-
same?
I'm
that's not-
validating their
Because it's accurate.
situation.
Yeah, but this
And then
is
there's one
not
for fun.
But
You
this
don't have
isn't
the fun one.
beverage gremlin. This is normal, acceptable water and one drink.
But compared
this is not gremlin behavior. Gremlin behavior should be admonished, and this behavior should be like celebrated.
Touted.
That's fine.
That's
good.
Lauded.
It's just
What's the gremlin level that you
Also,
can
at least 4.
Mine's
Four?
usually
Four drinks.
Like, okay, so-
at least 4 drinks, and they're all at least half full.
No,
Like, they need
no,
to be
that sounds all right.
some, what, consumed.
One's gonna be flat and warm.
My point is, like, if you've got a drink and there's there's a little fizz at the bottom, or there's some shit or whatever, that's done. You just haven't thrown it away yet. It's when you come in and go, they're all warm, they're all half full.
This is warm.
And you don't know which is the newest drink. And it's like, are you drinking 3 drinks from 3 different times simultaneously? Because when you, look, even if you're like, I've wasted
Yes.
this drink, there's half full, I'm moving on, you dispose of the first one.
I'm sure.
I'll keep it
Michael.
around. You didn't want it enough where you've grabbed the second one, but you still won't get rid of it.
Don't want to be wasteful,
Wait,
but I don't want
number 3. That's gremlin behavior.
Okay.
And I will admit to gremlining hard too. Unlike, I love LaCroix and sparkling water.
Okay.
I'm all about it, but I'm
You don't
bad.
love finishing it, though.
I don't. I love
No,
taking
you just
like
like the
4
taste.
sips.
A little bubbly and
I could even understand if it was 3 LaCroix, that 3 different flavors.
It's the
Nope,
same one.
3 grapefruits open, 2/3 full. I'm just going.
I'm with you.
Well, like,
And again, they're all warm. So it's not even like I can rationalize, okay, this one's probably old, this one's cold. They're all warm.
don't
And so
know.
just
Never
the
know,
cycle
Michael.
just keeps
Might as well
repeating
abandon
itself.
When
Might
it
as well
warms
abandon
up,
get a new one.
when it warms up, LaCroix goes south fast. The flavor profile, like if you graphed on the x-axis time and on the y the flavor, it would be a very steep drop
Here's the thing, Trevor.
No,
Even
I'm
if
with
I'm-
you.
No.
I struggle to finish a LaCroix.
Even if I'm willing to accept this insane behavior, get rid of it. That doesn't
Just
explain why you
empty
leave
the
it there.
cup.
You're explaining why it's fine to move on.
There's a But
So
then-
why would you ever, you are saying right now, I will never go back, but save it just in case.
But it becomes a moral argument, a turmoil in the brain where you're like, well, I don't want it, but if I throw it out, I feel wasteful. So
Right.
I'll leave it in no
Which
man's
is
land.
also Exactly the same as wasteful as throwing it away. You just haven't done it.
You're also
possible
wasting
to
the
drink.
space.
It's right. It's
Like,
both.
clear
You're
the
wasting.
desk.
You're wasting
Like-
the beverage and the space it's taking.
2 for 2.
Absolutely.
Sparkling water. We don't want to be wasteful, but also I get distracted.
I never want to get rid of this. We should save this. I'll put it in the garage for 50 years.
And I'll never
It's
forget where it
essentially
is.
gone.
For sure, for
It's the
sure.
same as getting rid of,
You're not wrong.
except this is LaCroix.
It's like
Grapefruit.
It's like hang on to
Tangerine.
expired canned goods where you're like, this is expired, you're never
That's
gonna
insane.
eat this. But you still have it because you're like, well, in case of an emergency, what if I need to eat the expired piece?
Also, I mean, what are we talking about? If we're talking about expired as in it's just a number,
No.
or expired as in it's gone bad, then I'll throw it with look, I can shrug off some expiration dates and go, this isn't real.
What's your expiration threshold?
There is no threshold. It's the
Depends on
food.
the food.
It's the food.
Depends on the food.
Yeah, I mean,
Some
like,
are best buys and some are exact like expiration dates. Like
I mean, even like
freshness guaranteed.
even
buy.
like a non-perishable is gonna have like a best buy date, but if it's edible 10 years later, it's also am I in the war bunker or am I living the high life?
You will eat MREs.
I ate one of your MREs that was in storage over here weeks ago.
Trevor,
What's an MR, huh?
Meals ready to eat. It's like a military thing.
Got it.
They're like
The ration?
Yeah, they're fucking
rations.
mostly terrible. I bought a bunch. I just went through that recently, the stockpile at my house probably like a month ago.
What's the date?
Half of them were just rotten, half of them are like still good for 2 years. It totally depends on what's in them.
God damn.
Whatever I bit, it settled.
It's settled.
It's settled.
Did you see what went rotten? Like what kind of food in the MREs?
I think I think the expiration date was there, and I was like, well, let me. I think it was any like. I think it was any meat byproduct one. That's probably not real meat, but there's like there was meat stuffs and chicken stuffs.
Okay.
I think most of
I
the.
had meat stuffs.
You did?
I mean,
That pile over there?
yeah, but
it's
I
in the
mean,
video.
if you didn't,
pile?
but if you weren't like whiffing, then it was fine.
Okay.
What I threw away was again. I go date. I don't think so. Cake it a whiff. It's fine.
Lindsay ate one of the RWBY cereals.
I did, yeah. The
I was like, that's a collector's. You just popped right in there.
pumpkin Pete's. I remember that too. And you're like, no, it's open.
It's like 8 years old.
Listen, I dive in hard. No milk needed. That's fine.
What kind was it? Was it like a fruity or like a Chex?
Have you seen the pumpkin Pete's?
haven't.
Oh, okay, it's like our version of Lucky Charms
Okay.
in the Remnant world, the RWBY world. Also, if you haven't checked out Volume 9 yet, Episode 1 is down on Crunchyroll.
it was
Check
good.
it out now.
Crunchy, baby.
Which isn't a cereal.
No, it's a cereal and it's a show that's
there
gonna
you
keep
go. I see what you did
repeating.
there.
Yeah, it's
Cerealized.
No, I'm saying Crunchyroll isn't a cereal.
no, that's
It should be.
type of sushi.
Its name is
Would be very
seaweed.
confusing if it
Oh,
was.
for the
Crunchy
sushi
O's.
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
No, I'm just saying because then no one would be able to understand
Those
if
are
you're talking
real,
about
Trevor.
I know. Yeah.
I'm saying just if it was a cereal and the streaming service, it'd be very confusing.
And a sushi roll.
That one somehow isn't that confusing.
much
If the
more
show was
confusing
called
than
RWBY and the
Friends.
main character's RWBY, very confusing. I'm just saying. Just
Now, when is Forrest coming back? He's episode 2?
yeah, that's definitely
Because we're still on this RWBY spin-off from Fruby, the main show.
So I'm all about RWBY.
And people have been asking for that.
I love
One guy has been asking me a lot about
People
it.
familiar with the matters.
One guy keeps saying a lot, what's the status on Forrest? What's the status on
Listen,
Forrest? And then he goes,
TBD?
squeak, squeak, I'm wrapped.
I can't see the forest for the trees. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm out.
I'll let them know, whoever they are.
Yeah, biggest forest fan in the office here. Going back
There was a
slightly. though.
mouse in the first episode.
Yeah.
gonna say,
yeah,
a
he
little-
was really mad about that.
Right.
That it was
right.
mouse and
Didn't
not
sound
Forrest.
anything
Not a
like
rat.
Forrest.
Right. And it wasn't a rat.
And it wasn't
So
a rat.
he was
Well, that's the parody later on when we made like a RWBY Bridge when that comes out.
Oh my gosh, please sign me up.
I'd be all about that. Are you
On
kidding me?
VO
Yeah.
for the Abridged series. And just,
Also feel like I didn't answer your question, by the way. So Pumpkin Pete's it's our
Okay,
brand
yeah.
of cereal. So then we made it in real life. You can buy it.
Like
it's out there now. Yeah, yeah. It's at like a Toy Joy
Who's in
and
the
stuff.
box? Was it Pira?
Pira.
Pira.
So she's like the
season
spokesperson.
1.
Volume 1 is when they
mind
first.
me.
We don't say the
Season
P word
one's
here.
here.
We don't
We don't
say
say the P word
here.
here.
She should have.
I just went through like
I hope-
10 stages of grief. Jesus Lord, don't say the
I'm still
name.
on the other P word, by the way. We were talking about characters and everything, but don't worry about it. Just watch Volume 9. It's fine. And so, yeah, they made the cereal real. You can buy it in real time now, or real life.
real
In real
time.
time. You can order it now. I know, IRL.
Wow. Buy it.
Get it.
What's that store called that it's at?
HEB?
No.
I wish.
It is an acronym. That was
Albertsons.
funny. But it's like, what is the?
We had
what is
Toy
the
Joy for a while, but
yeah,
I
there's
don't know.
Toy Joy, and then there's whatever the one that's like an acronym,
I can't remember the
like
top of my head.
QBE or something like that.
FHB. Yeah.
No, it's not HEB. Thank you.
The butt.
I'll think about it. They got like a lot of like anime merch and stuff like that. Like
Okay,
graphic
cool.
tees and toys and stuff. So it was in there. That's all I know.
FYE?
Yes.
Michael just
yes.
said. That's really funny.
Yes.
You said that.
Yeah, he did. He did. And I went,
No,
I'm not sure. I will not
You didn't say
confirm.
it at all.
Thank you.
You didn't
Thank
say
you.
it at all. Thank you. Okay.
Wow!
Crazy.
Incredible stuff.
Crazy.
Incredible stuff.
Forrest.
Yep. Forrest, you're everything. That's the show.
Anyway.
So, inquiring minds are asking insane questions like, is Michael wearing Gavin's pants? And the answer is yes.
That's hot.
Knees are out on this podcast.
Knees are out. Some Gavin shorty shorts.
EK and I will cover our
Please
knees.
don't
Thank you.
screenshot these knees.
Thank you. Sickening.
Just saying.
For free?
I'm just saying.
Free knees?
I make
On
this look
Beyonce's
good.
internet?
Right.
Well,
Get it only knees.
here's the thing. If you followed any of that, and I don't know how much of this has been broadcast, we've been talking about it for a while. I keep telling him, get me one of your salmon shorts, like wherever you order them. Because look, he refreshes them every now and then.
Right.
The man doesn't have one pair of salmon shorts.
Thankfully.
He just
Timmy Turner has like a
and,
bunch
but like,
of the same outfit.
but they'll
does,
change
yeah.
slightly over the years. It's like every couple of years we'll get new salmon shorts.
Okay.
And so I say, get me in on the next batch. And I seem to recall that was happening. And then about 100 times I've said, hey, we're doing this thing. Should bring the salmon shorts. Like, I'll have the Gavin salmon shorts. He's like, yeah, forgot. We should do this, forgot. I know it's far back enough of saying we should do it at RTX last year. So for at least that long, I've been saying to this man, hey.
Was it not in that office even when that
When it was
space was
real?
operational?
When it existed?
Years ago, before the dark
Eons.
times?
What was?
The salmon
seems like
short
a
stuff.
dream.
No. I'm just saying, me saying you get me a pair
Yeah.
is like the last year or so.
Oh, I thought it was long.
No. Gavin's salmon shorts have been around forever.
Yes.
They've been a hotly debated topic for a long time. But in more recent history, I was like, you get me a pair. And then he did. Then would never bring them in ever. Cut to today. Finally, the day of days. He brings in a pair of salmon shorts. And delighted, I go to change and put them on. And yes, they're very short. That I already knew, right? Because
But not like
look at them
Gavin's worn
knees.
shorter. So it's.
What?
I think Gavin's worn shorter.
like
It's not
the
like
same
Gavin.
height.
Gavin's worn shorter, but these are Gavin shorts.
Oh, you're
so
talking
it's
the
a
length
weird,
of the
the
shorts.
length,
Yes.
right?
Oh, so
High
you're
above the knee.
Hoochie Daddy shorts.
High above the knee. Well, it's a UK thing. It's here it might be hoochie daddy. It's also just UK.
Ain't nothing
Right?
but.
like
He's
that?
high on the thighs, Gavin.
But it sounds like
High on
hooch,
the
like your
thighs,
drink.
okay?
Spelled
So anyway, I'm putting them on, and I'm like, okay, one, yeah, they're short. That I expected. But I say out loud, I'm like, is this guy a fucking idiot? Like, this must be a joke. Because I put them on, they're so fucking tight. But unbelievably, I can get them on. But only because I've lost like 35 pounds in the last X months.
Right.
I'm like the thinnest I've ever been. And they still don't really fit. And I'm just going, this fucking idiot brought me these shorts to wear? Like,
His size.
I could fit a leg in it like a year ago. And so I put them on and I go up to him, I'm like, what the fuck, man? And he's like, oh, did I not tell you about the shorts? And the long story is he's like, well, I ordered them and it got sent to a wrong address and I just never ordered more. So those are mine. They're not new. These are Gavin's personal shorts that he owned and purchased in 2010.
Also, someone out there has
Enjoy the
his
free shorts.
Right. But it's not
your size.
just a new pair he bought. These are his personal shorts from well over a decade ago before we met, and I fit them.
And you're in them.
Barely.
They're
All thanks to
adjustable.
you're in.
hashtag not sponsored.
They self-adjusted.
What?
You're waiting for it. Your machine.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say that at all. People are sick of that. I don't know.
Okay, you're right.
Like Alfredo. No, what I was digging around for was they held mostly
God damn it.
until we were doing. I'll be honest, we were doing something silly, and then the button burst.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Did it shoot off like a
anime
cartoon?
moment.
Like,
God damn it. I can sew
yeah.
that back on. It's fine.
Yeah, you can. So they're mine now.
we'll put that in the
go.
museum.
So yeah, Gavin and I were both wearing his. It was funny because the button came off, and he's like, "My button came off," and he looked at me and went, "Your button came off," and I looked at him and I said, "Your button came off of your pants I was wearing."
Well, that's when he holds
Then
it up
I
and
said,
said, "Our button."
if my pants fall down, are your pants falling down?"
Yeah.
Yes.
And I go, "Oh no, Gavin's pants have fallen down," and I'm running around with them around my ankles. I had this conversation today.
He's like, stop saying that. It's
Stop
weird.
it. My pants are clearly not falling down.
Gavin's
amazing.
pants are around the ankle.
I also appreciate that until this moment, Michael, in a very joking-like manner, came in and he was like, I'm wearing Gavin's shorts. I'm like, it's funny. They look like Gavin's. I'm like, I didn't realize those were actually Gavin shorts.
Actually.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh.
Maybe listen to
Are
the
those
truths I
Are those
speak.
coming home with us? I don't want that.
The button is gone. He can't have them back.
Speaks no truth. Yeah.
It's unfixable.
Listen, the button's already off. Okay.
Claimed ownership. It's like ripping the tag on a mattress. It's
There
ours
it is,
now.
there
yeah.
it is.
Oh yeah, you'll get arrested for something like that.
Yeah. Michael, run.
That's a crime.
Yeah, not really.
No, not really.
You said that like you knew. You're like,
That's the thing
yeah.
they tell
was a thing in
kids, right?
Pee-wee's.
It's something
Yeah,
he's been
yeah.
told, but he hasn't researched.
He said it like, I remember the time.
It's something, people keep
was
telling him,
such a bad
stop that,
kid."
son. It's a crime. And he's like, I never looked, but it scared me.
It says
taking
on there
this.
like, don't remove unless like you're the owner or whatever.
Don't pull unless an
basically-
emergency.
Because it has all these like legal things on it, so that way, you know, what I don't know.
When you're looking to sue your mattress.
Right. I was strangled by this mattress because I slept underneath it. There was no tag to tell me otherwise.
I think it's just a way to keep kids from not messing with stuff. Like, don't do that. You'll get in trouble. Basically,
Okay,
like, okay.
In that vein of keeping kids from doing something, was I the only one who was told as a kid that it's illegal to turn the light on in the car?
Oh,
Like
during
the-
Okay.
when
like when you're
Papa's driving?
No.
I can't see when you turn that on at
Well,
night.
No,
No,
but
they
I
told me it was
get
against the law. They were like, don't turn on, you're gonna get pulled
Yeah.
over if you're
No.
turning
Oh, yeah.
the light on
No, yeah, I
inside
heard that
the
too
car.
growing up.
And I'm like,
I heard that a lot,
What
too.
kind of law is it? What bylaw? I'm sitting there like 5 years old being like,
You're in the legal books, like looking through the scrolls.
What do you mean? I was like, I'm just trying to see where I dropped my bracelet.
It's
My
mostly.
Tamagotchi.
My Tamagotchi's on the floor.
You could have gone what I think would be more believable is like, this is the dinosaur got him in Jurassic Park.
True.
The lights off!
True.
I'm sorry, said
That's
Tim.
true. They're like, no, you're going to blind other drivers. It never made sense.
It was the driver at hand. It was always for my dad. He was like, no, just like, well, first he would just get upset that they were on. Turn that off. And then eventually I'm like, why? I'm trying to play my Game Boy. I don't have the little light plug in yet.
Right.
Pretty
I'm
nice.
playing by the flashing
This isn't
street lights.
backlit.
Just let me, you know. And he's like, well, it makes it hard for me to see.
Right.
'Cause when it's light in here, it's hard to see out the
And
window.
you said, stuff it.
And I said, get over it, old man.
Yeah.
It's my time now.
The
And I
young
hit
will
it,
devour
and
the
it
old.
threw me out the
Yep,
door.
and you said, you know, hey, if you can't drive while I'm playing Game Boy in the back without crashing, natural selection.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, this is the afterlife for me personally because we crashed. when
I was going to say, you're taking your kid with you. if
Wow,
That's the case.
you've accomplished a lot dead more than most people did alive.
Wow.
At what point have you been dead?
Is this just a lucid dream?
I think
Have you ever
so.
heard of the?
I don't know. You were
concept
saying you were going to dive deeper into it before
Yeah,
we started.
please.
Go on.
Concept
Oh, well, let me go into it. Have you ever heard of the concept of quantum immortality?
No, I'm sorry.
I learned about this from Josh Ornelas.
Duhamel,
Not Dumel. From years ago, I was talking to him. I was like, because I've had some dangerous encounters in my life where I'm like, I feel like that could have gone really badly. Like I could have wrecked my car terribly, but I luckily didn't or whatever. And then I started thinking, what if I did die?
Parallel reality.
But the world warps itself around the individual to keep you going, so you're always
Interesting.
around.
Okay.
From your
Pretty
perspective.
full of yourself, huh?
Well, it happens for everybody because there's a million, infinite different universes.
So
maybe we've all died in some different world, but something shifted for us to keep it going.
You're
That's the idea
proposing.
of quantum immortality.
Okay.
Anyway, I went deeper on it. Something that you just threw my way, and I dug out.
No, you're fine. Please.
Just now, I
I
don't
saw Ant-Man. So you're talking about multiverses here. I think I'm on the same page here.
No,
Okay.
but it's
so
more than that. That's what it is. It's deeper. It's very deep. It's assuming that you were unaware that you were now in the other reality, but the reality is your reality. It's too much. It's
So I'm
too
saying,
much.
so there's no impact a
No,
movie
you
moment
don't
like,
know.
dude, oh, I'm alive.
All of a
And
sudden,
you're like,
you blinked in the moment where you should have passed. You didn't, and now the reality has made you still exist.
Yeah.
That's really egocentric. We're not.
Yeah,
That,
extremely.
We're not that special.
Right.
Bro.
Here's
Not at all.
Here's
It all
my
happens
take
to,
on it.
rabbits.
Here's my
Oh,
take
that's
on
true.
it. When
Yeah.
someone says something like that to you and you're hanging out and someone says that, you go, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck
That's the
up.
difference between me and Michael for
It's
sure.
just watching a movie
New
and someone's
Jersey is where theories go to die.
well,
In Staten Island.
it's a theory. Six people are watching a movie and Trevor's
are you talking
just going, you ever won? And someone's going, shut up.
Trevor's someone who goes and sees Inception and goes, no, but it's real. It's like
I love that.
actually real.
I think
that.
it might be possible. Shut the hell up.
Please.
I've said that. It's like type A and type B personality, right? Am I wrong? Like that is our relationship too, is like, I love that. I'm like theorizing crazy ideas. Gavin's big for that too. And then we have type
Theorizing is
A's
fine,
going,
to
who
a
gives a
point.
fuck?
And then I'm just going,
Point.
Yeah, let's waste some time, Michael,
Lindsay,
theorizing
let's start
about
a
random
podcast
stuff.
off
got too
the
much
deep
shit
end
to
where you and I just
I
ratchet
love
each
that.
other up and we just go, have you ever heard of this? And that's how each episode
No.
starts.
It's
And then
like,
we
woo.
explain
I
to
think
each
you're onto
other.
something.
what if you?
All about it.
And then we
all
just go
about it.
deeper
It's
and
2
deeper.
hours long.
What if you say? Have you
In
ever?
one episode, 15 hours.
It would be.
What if there's an episode where you say, "Hey, you ever heard of this?" And Lindsay goes, "Nah, what is it?"
Start the sentence over.
Hey, what if there's
I
an
heard
episode?
It was some Amazon.
Yeah, you know why?
Free Shavakadu.
There's an episode where you and Lindsay are there, and you say, "Hey, you know what's up about this?" And they say, "No, what is it?" And you go, "Oh no, I thought you knew."
I was
it's
hoping you
over.
would know.
I just heard about it, but I thought you'd.
We slowly turn to camera.
2 hours.
Shit.
It's a TikTok.
It's a TikTok podcast.
I would be all about that, yes. 5-second podcast, let's go.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
that is
similarly, we went out to dinner not too long
I'm the
ago.
old man.
And I feel like
Absolutely I am.
in this moment, you're the old brain again, engineer brain, I guess.
brain?
Old brain, I guess. We're young in
I
here,
think
right?
old brain is mush brain.
I have a little bit of mush brain.
I
That's fair.
don't
That's
equate
fair.
old with intellect.
I have parent brains. It's
no,
kind of mushy.
wisdom, you know, the
I mean, you could have it, but it's not given.
The more
old.
wrinkles, the better. Point being,
There's a lot of if you think
have to
about
earn that?
well, it's more when you start thinking about elders. There's not a lot of them, are there? Right.
Well-
you know what I mean? Like one in every village. It's like
Right.
So all
It's
the
not like
other-
a council
All
of
the other old
elders.
people are stupid.
That's like a dystopia. When there's more than one elder, you're
Or
like
they're
in
elvish.
diversion or something.
It's true.
Like, it's
Yeah,
not,
it's
not
true.
actually reality.
Hey, fuck you, man. I'm the elder. Fuck you.
Like,
I
listen,
want those elder discussions now, but with the type A and type B personalities. Like, did you know that this thing? Shut the fuck up, Steven. Shut
I
it.
think elders need to determine their role like rams. They run at each other and bash their heads together to figure out which one's more dominant.
But they should do it with
Who survived the
books.
concussion? You? Okay.
Yeah, or like scrolls.
jousting.
Pick your weapon. My forehead. I'll use a book.
Yeah.
Genius. Well, scientific discussions, bring that back a little bit. What was you were just talking about in the middle of the ocean? There's one point that you can be at. So everyone's enjoying dinner, having fun, and like talking about random normal stuff, I guess. And we're sciencing over here.
Yeah.
And Trevor talked about a point in the ocean where you're so far away from civilization that the closest that you, like person you're close to is the International Space Station. Right?
Depending on where they are in their orbit, but yes, there are at times. There's a name for it. I'm gonna figure it out.
It's called
Always amazing.
It's called fucked. You're
SOL.
fucked.
Screwed.
Yeah.
Yep, mhm.
If you're closer to a
Isolation.
satellite when you're on Earth, you're fucked. Lindsay,
No, I'm squirting. I'm sorry. Spraying everywhere.
don't say I'm squirting.
Michael, I'm hurting
Please,
for squirting.
phrasing.
Don't you worry.
Point Nemo.
Like I haven't said worse online, please.
It's called Point Nemo.
Point Nemo.
I'm
We found it.
slurping.
Due to its location,
Thank you.
it's the furthest from all human life you can get and emerged land as well. Nice.
What's up?
Did you just squirt over there?
No, I
That was
slurp.
a ASMR
That was a
for
felch.
free.
Squirt, slurp.
Ew.
Yes, the oceanic pole
Do
of
it.
inaccessibility.
Nemo? What?
Yes.
It's called Point Nemo.
Point. Why Nemo? Is Nemo a scientist?
Well, the word
He
Nemo.
was a fish.
That's all I'm
He was
thinking
also,
of.
he
Why
was
does
also
Nemo
that little
mean?
kid.
Nemo in Slumberland.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
It takes 15 days to reach that point. by
Little
boat.
Nemo.
The question is, and it's you know how Google sometimes say people ask ... and
Yeah.
it gives you a couple questions. One is like, are people allowed to go to Point Nemo? And the answer is they don't go there.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay.
Sounds like the start of like an
They
epic
They
tale.
don't.
They don't.
Yeah. We don't go.
Trevor, I think you should get
why?
it wrong.
It is forbidden.
I'm gonna,
The West
I'm gonna
Wing.
go. Seven Wondering season 2. I go to Point Nemo and I throw the heart of the ocean back.
Single
How long could you
wondering.
last at Point Nemo?
So you said you don't want to be there,
A
right?
brief moment to just turn.
I would love to be there, just for like a day.
Yeah.
No,
You
you
know,
wouldn't.
this is the closest human.
I would like there to be
hate
like
it.
a station in the water, like where I could like
great.
observe and
I want to go to Point
exist.
Nemo, but make it nice. Like,
Make it- yeah.
but make it like glamping.
It's a glamping. I was literally about to say slam. Can I slam at Point Nemo, please?
You got all sorts of
I want
electronics.
to check out the Bermuda Triangle, but nice.
Right, but nicer.
You guys playing
that.
Siege out there? Yeah.
Please,
I love
yes.
it.
I just like, give me fiber.
What kind
at Point Nemo.
what kind of speeds can we get out there?
And a beautiful
gigabit.
telescope, because I want to be able to look at the only people I can communicate with in
Wordsworth.
space.
They can join your lobby. Are you guys in?
Oh my gosh.
It's starting. It's starting. It's starting.
They're looking down. They're going, we're dropping it. We're dropping it. Fuck. I don't see it.
goodness.
See, this is how much fun you can have with science. I'm just saying.
Science is pretty fun. Unless you go to Jersey or Staten Island.
They're not about
There,
that.
it's all about pragmatic.
I'm just gonna
logic.
say science
people.
and what the fuck he was talking about. It's a little broad.
It's weird science.
Have you heard about the Quantasmo infinite life theorem?
That would be my superhero name.
And then like
Quantasmo.
and then well, it's outer space.
No.
Hey, outer space. This guy hates science. Don't talk about outer space.
Not the Bay.
That's where his secret lair is. Yeah.
PK just
Bay. Yes. Oh man.
I love that. Oh, that's gold.
Yeah, that's a good place. The other one you don't want to go to.
don't wanna go there.
It's actually on the opposite side of the planet.
At Point
Yeah, Point Nemo.
I got a lot of names from McDonald's. One of them is Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo Bay is pretty good.
a good one,
Guantanamo's
right?
good.
It's not
That's
bad.
good.
That's good. That's primo.
Come up with a lot of them.
What are
You know, like McDicks?
yeah.
I don't usually say McDicks.
That's my go-to.
McDicks?
For McDonald's.
I
That's
love
what
that.
We said, right?
Okay, no.
You never heard of McDick?
No, I've heard
Donatello's
Mickey
is-
D's.
Mickey D.
Australians go with Macca's.
Macca's is good. Yeah.
Macca's guides.
Yeah.
Is he still making guides? He might, I
Probably.
think he is.
I hope
No,
so.
and then I'm trying to find an achievement, but I go to Google now,
Boo.
like an old man.
I go.
Dolls, they were right.
I'm the old man. I think they were talking about an anime, and I was some old man role.
I don't think they were talking
It went by
about
quick. It went by so quick.
Yeah, that must have been. Oh, yeah, they were talking about the elder,
They were
right?
talking about The Last of Us.
There you go.
there you
The
go.
wise man.
So speaking of The Last of Us, the funniest comment I saw in one of our videos is everyone says that you look like Pedro Pascal. Mikey.
I know.
Let's talk about that real quick.
I know, but Trevor, I was
about
saying
that.
this. I was saying this the other day. And Trevor's like, "Who's saying this?" I'm like, "Literally everyone." I was like,
understand
I'm
it,
just saying.
but
I was like,
say so.
Trevor, like 8, 9 out of 10, and he goes, "I just must be the one." And I go,
I
"Look."
might be the one out of the
I go, look, I'm not saying I agree with it. I've been hearing it for 2 months now.
It's because you got the full beard. I don't know,
Scruff?
maybe the
Scruff.
stash.
He's got better.
The
He's
stash
got,
and the beard.
He's
I
got
think.
better messy hair. I wish
You're
I had
officially
better messy
racially
hair.
ambiguous now, Mikey.
Yeah, turns out.
He kept saying that on set, I was like,
I'm gonna wait until I can in the summer.
Here, you drop this.
I don't wait until I can. I don't know what to tell you. It's only
damn it.
February.
Oh God. I can't wait for
I'm gonna
the
be
side by
outside.
side.
I'm gonna be outside. Look, it's a compliment to me. It's probably an insult to Pedro Pascal. Don't tell him. But
Can we do a parody spoof where I'll be Ellie, you'll be Pedro?
that's fine. I won't be
I'm all
Pedro
about that.
Pascal. I'll be Joel as Michael. I'm not gonna be Pedro Pascal.
You're right.
I'm not walking into that trap.
That trap.
Excuse me.
Ew.
Hey, Pedro, I walk in. Fuck no.
Your name's gonna be Peter on this one.
Right.
It's so funny, and I just don't know what to say because I'm like, okay, you're kind of not wrong, but also I'm not happy about it.
All right, I'm like, Michael.
People say a lot of things. I don't know what.
That's the blend we're
Right.
seeing here.
Maybe Pedro Pascal is Polish too. I
We don't know. We don't know.
I don't know.
Listen, him and Oscar
we know.
Isaac
Pedro
are ambiguous kings right now.
I also like just the compliment that Michael's been getting about Pedro Pascal and the comparison. I'm sure he's loving it. When we were on set recently, we were just doing some photo shoots with Wes, and he mentioned that too. I was like, hey, Wes, like, just wanted to mention it. Michael's been talking about that. Like, thanks for the compliment. And the most perfect reaction from Wes was he went, yeah, Michael's like, I don't fucking look like Pedro Pascal. Like, why would you say that? Just went off in a Michael rant, and I was like, there it is. Yes.
funny.
Can't even be like, oh no, thank you. He was like, fuck, Michael.
So funny.
But behind the scenes, he's like, oh.
No, absolutely. I was like, oh, that's funny because at home he was like, no, just wanted
And
to
no,
let you know.
it's funny because Wes took his picture. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah.
like a Star Wars thing.
Has he told BK the story where someone at a fast food place thought he was a light-skinned
Yeah.
So that's where the thing from
Yeah.
Kayla and Fiona came from.
Strap in, BK.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were just.
No, it
has roots?
It has roots. And long story short, I was getting food from a drive-through with a mask on, and the black girl at the she was probably like 17,
Okay.
18, like at the window.
A nice young blood.
Yeah, and she's just like, I know your brother. And I'm like, I'm sorry? And she's like, I bet I know your brother. I'm like, I assure you don't know my brother. And she's just like, she just goes like, no, I do. And I'm like, I go, I'm like, he's 40 and lives in New Jersey. And she's just like, I don't know, she's like, you look just like this light-skinned black guy that comes here all the time. And I'm just like, what? What? Like, I was just
You're like,
so
man, this is a
confused.
Wendy's.
Like, and I went, what? And I told Fiona, and she lost it. And then told Kayla. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
They indulge in. They love it.
They love it. They love it.
Sweet.
They love it.
That is
and I go, I don't know. Let me put a mask on. It's like, did he have curly hair? I don't know. No.
Sorry, you never seen a white man with curly hair.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, well, 65.
That's where that came from.
I see.
Pedro Pascal is a little more just a look at him, right? Like
yeah.
that one, you can at least get where people are being me. Look at me. You can
I'm
get
still
where
trying to
people
figure
are.
that
Now we have a poll up.
There is a poll now on RTTV that's covering the whole chat.
I mean, but here's the thing about the poll. That's not in good faith. They're liars.
It's not in good faith.
They are.
You got to do a man on the street.
Yeah.
And
like, just hold up a picture and then, like, in front of your face and then go like that.
Yeah.
And
Right.
see if,
And they
like,
go,
this man
whoa,
look like?
he's here.
right.
Oh, surprise. Very Zoolander style.
But I am gonna be. I'll probably be the Mandalorian for.
that's awesome.
Can I be Grogu?
You know what I mean? Fuck no.
Someone in the chat did
you
just say
around in a
Gavin
little-
is
Damn
Baby
right.
Yoda.
About time.
Gavin is
That's
That's
all right.
That's cute.
All right, that's pretty funny.
I'll do that.
That's good. That's good. You might be onto something.
I don't remember the
Jack.
character name. Who's the mechanic woman, the voice of Princess Carolyn from both.
Oh, I don't remember what her name is, but
I'll be
yeah.
her. Yeah, she's cool.
In the Mandalorian.
She's also in Strangers with Candy.
the one who doesn't listen. I don't like robots.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
She's cool. Has anyone been watching more Star Wars? I know you're, I think, the most
What
Star
Star
Wars-y
Wars?
fan. There's so much Star Wars happening right now, Michael. What are you talking
I'm
about?
just saying,
Bad
what's
Batch
the
just
more
came-
Star?
I forgot about Bad Batch.
I think
yes,
Bad
it
Batch
did.
dropped again.
Probably for more Andor
finished
episode?
up, Yeah.
I haven't watched Andor.
It's now that it's done, get through it. It's like it's a little slow, but it culminates beautifully.
Yeah. And if you like that era, like it's sweet pre whatever the heck the movies
Right.
are.
It's like original trilogy vibes.
Like
Yeah.
stylistically and in the narrative,
Yeah.
I would argue.
And
And I've only seen a
location-wise,
little
yeah.
bit of it, but yes.
And I heard Star Wars Visions, the anime, is getting another season with a bunch of different studios this time. So
Hell yeah. That was
Oh
so
yeah,
cool.
I heard about that.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's still considered an anime if they aren't Japanese studios this season, but I guess we'll let them have it.
Did Animatrix have studios that weren't in Japan? Because
well,
if so, that's
some of them, yes, I
what I'm
think.
saying. So if
but
there are any
some of them were
still the Animatrix.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. We don't know.
You're onto something. I also have that on DVD. Like
I think I still have that DVD also.
such
yeah.
such
Oh,
a
did
good
you pop that in after watching some Advent Children AMVs on animemusicvideo.org? One moment.
Stop! Don't remind me of AMV.
The nostalgia
You're bringing me
hits
back to the
hard.
golden era.
good.
Okay, Dead Fantasy is where I started my YouTube
Nice, yeah.
dive. All right, so I'm a big fan of that.
I'm not even allowed to hear that. Are you kidding me? Yeah,
Are you serious?
absolutely.
Are you serious?
Hell yeah, shut up. Sorry, for the non-anime
Never
nerds.
apologize.
Yeah. Back in the day when you had dial-up, there was a place called animemusicvideo.org where a bunch of people, like soon-to-be editors or want-to-be editors, would just put up their AMVs, and they were awesome.
I have an AMV. It's not anime though, but it's Kingdom Hearts.
That
But
counts.
it's set
That
to
counts.
Drake's song Demons.
Absolutely
And
is.
it's fire, by the way. It's on my
Please send
YouTube.
that
You need to
me,
post
please.
that
It's on my
like
YouTube.
tonight,
Yes.
so that way everyone can go find it. If
Absolutely.
you're cool with it.
I'm currently editing a Kill la Kill AMV to Megan Thee Stallion's "What's New" song.
Okay.
Fire as well. It's like my fun thing to edit because I don't really enjoy editing myself. I don't want to hear my voice. I hear my voice all day, every day, work, stream. Bleh. So AMV, I'm just like, okay, playing the song on repeat. I'm gonna hit the beats. I'm syncing it up. All right, I'm gonna go pull these clips. I'm gonna go, record some things. Probably shouldn't be recording.
it,
Put them
don't worry
in,
about
make it look fire. So I enjoy it a lot. I miss that golden age. That was
When did you start making AMVs?
I don't know, maybe 5 years ago I started again.
Okay, got you. Nice.
Back in the day, I was avid.
I was like, did you have a stint in middle school / high school?
Yeah,
That's
well,
how my friends
I
do, yeah.
switched to montages
Okay.
in middle school and high school. So I was
Oh, career change.
Fan cams before they were fan
Great
cams. Yeah.
montages.
There you go, there you go.
Synced up to Rise Against.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
Don't hold me down.
Yes. And it's like, boom, quick scope. Man, the sweet good old.
Did you have any did you do the graphics where the screen
The screen change and a little color shake or whatever,
course.
and the squares go where the fade. I was like, oh, transitions. This is crazy.
See, you dabbled in that, which I'm sure is some people go, oh, cringe. That was so stereotypical. I'm like, we had the Naruto AMV music video to Linkin Park, and it's like,
Yep.
I'm angsty as fuck. And they're fighting. Yep, of course.
And you're like, this is awesome.
dude, this goes so fucking hard. Work so hard on this.
Pretty hardcore.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. Naruto rocks.
Where content like just clicked deeper, but it was also like just simpler. It was just more straightforward, you know?
Looking back at some videos, like Iris has been asking about like internet stuff, and she watches a bunch of other YouTubers. Not achievement hunter yet. We'll get there. But just thinking about like early YouTube, I'm like, I tried to show her like Badger, and I was like, this is not entertaining, but I could watch this for hours.
Was it called Badger, or did you just keep saying?
No, it's like the Badger.
Oh, that's sorry.
Come on,
I didn't know. Yeah.
I got
You
you.
just kept saying Badger to piss them off.
Iris, listen, Badger. Come on. But like, it was entertaining as hell. Or like any of the Newground stuff, or
Oh my goodness.
Those flash animations that just looped.
The end of the world.
End of the world is
Green
classic.
YouTube for me. I'm a little sweaty with those. That's like everyone goes, oh, Jim Hunter, I can quote videos. I love y'all. But me, I'd be quoting random videos on the internet, like shiggity schwa. 55. Like that's what I know. Okay,
That's a great
I'd
one.
be like, I don't know, I missed the jump. Whatever that was, it just didn't hit me.
Yeah.
Okay?
I love that like generation though of someone who goes, I can count all the
the
way, and like
way.
5 people go, just
Everyone goes,
55.
I'm like, you didn't even wait for the beat.
No, you didn't.
You did an offbeat because you wanted to say it.
Damn right.
But you ruined the.
You needed
One
the
person.
Okay, all right.
You don't know Group X?
No, any of it.
No.
Again,
That's
I didn't watch YouTube.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Mike was
you
talking to me the
watch
other day.
TV.
Mike was
You had
like,
a
I mean,
I don't know
YouTube came out after I graduated high school, and then when it was like getting into what YouTube is, I watched Slip and Falls. Watch people falling down, getting their nuts blasted, you know, like dumb criminals, you know, like someone breaking into a building, like falling out a window or something. That's what I used. YouTube for.
That's good. Those
Then I got hired here.
CCTVs where
Yeah.
people fall
That's
through
it.
like.
Then
the
I got
drop
hired
ceilings.
here. So everyone's like, remember this? I go, I don't know who any like
What?
old YouTube knowledge I have is through Lindsay of like
Yeah.
Thank
whitest
God for
kids you
Lindsay.
know,
Right, yeah.
and you
gotta-
know like
We're gonna do a throwback. This just internet, but this was internet.
like Key of Awesome.
was internet.
I don't watch any of that. I don't know any of that.
I applied to work at Key of Awesome, and they were like, "Come move to New York." I'm like, "Hold
Whoa,
on, hang
New
on,
York?
hang on." Yeah. No, you come to us. That's how this works. You New
So
Yorkers come here.
you missed even like no Happy Tree Friends or even like
Happy
that's
Tree
a little
Friends, that was
later.
an era, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember I remember.
I'm scared.
Don't Make Me Scared's a little later, but yes.
for me,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
for me,
No, I'm thinking like I'm trying to go
There's a
further in the
transition, yeah.
timeline.
Yeah,
I'm
but
here-
like where
but here's
did
the
you
thing.
start? Did you
Here's-
at all?
no, not really.
I love Mike.
All that. We wanted to take a moment to thank you for watching our content. Everything we make is for you, and we really appreciate all the support you give us. If you want to do even more to support the channel and help us keep creating this amazing content, then consider becoming a first member. By becoming a first member, you'll not only be supporting Off Topic, which you love, I know, but you'll also get access to an Off Topic podcast post-show, a library of Rooster Teeth original series featuring many of our Achievement Hunter compatriots, and premium RSS access. That's a podcast thing. It's like an audio network thing. It's just, you probably know what it means. To all of our podcasts for ad-free listening, like this right now, you won't hear it. You can explore some of the Achievement Hunters' other 4 awesome podcasts, like Face Jam, Fuckface, Red Web, and one more. It didn't say 4, I just picked the number and I hoped there were 4 podcasts and there were only 3 on the list. Shit. That's more awesome. Jeff, Gavin, Trevor, and Alfredo content in just one click away from you now. There is also so much more content over on roosterteeth.com available just for first members. So head over there, check it out, I guess, if you want. Thank you for listening to a word from our sponsor, aka us, aka not me. Thanks for supporting them. And please consider becoming a first member, you. Your support goes to a long way for let us make content we love good for you, audience. So head to roosterteeth.com to start your free trial now. Also now, back to the episode. Where you were doing all that, that was audio for me in the age gap with like Napster and Kazaa and like all that shit.
Okay.
All that shit was audio memes and shit. That wasn't video. So it's like, I remember more stupid songs and shit. And what was huge when I was like a teenager was those fucking soundboards and like crank calls, like the Arnold Schwarzenegger, like,
my God,
I'm a cop, you idiot.
Yep.
That,
Get down.
What you're describing
I did
during
not
your
have
time, like your age,
sexual
that's what I was doing.
Every time.
Yeah,
I remember-
that's like my like 14, 15, 16-year-old
It was like on
memories.
LimeWire and downloading
Yup.
it, and it would be like, I did not have sex. I'm like,
Damn it! I
Yup.
thought this was in the
Oh yeah, because you don't exactly. Yup.
Dude, I remember prank calling my aunt when my cousin was over from our house phone with no star 69 or whatever, using the Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard. And it's like, who is your daddy?
And what does he do?
And like, and
What's
she's
the
like
matter? CIA's got you
downstairs
pushing too many pencils, paper.
Yeah, too many pencils. Yeah.
I like
His arm, his muscular
Remember
arm.
when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. It's just clicking that on
That
the
was
phone.
awesome. There was I like the Jack Black
That's
one.
what I did when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Ego Raptor. Oh my gosh, the awesome center.
Yep.
Doctor!
Ego Raptor
There's
back
a
in the
car
day.
accident patient in the ER. Sorry. I just
Keep going.
Right. Well, see, and it's great because now when you're referencing, oh, then I was working here
Oh
already.
my god.
That's why I
My
never
soul
got it.
Just like
No, seriously. Like,
just like put my soul on the table with a knife.
Like YouTube came out when I was like 18 or 19, and it was the Wild West. It was, again, like copyright, whatever, it didn't matter. But like before Google owned it, it was only out for like 4 years, owned by Google when I worked here, when I got hired.
Yeah, it happened quick. Now that I think
Like I
about it.
started in 2011. YouTube wasn't Google owned probably till 2007, 2008, something like that.
Is that
So
before
it's
or
like-
after the partner program came through? It must have been Google facilitated the partner program.
I
Because
have
the
no
money had to
fucking
come from
idea.
somewhere.
I just remember YouTube came out and just somebody just made it, and it was this website
Yep.
where you could upload whatever
Yeah.
you wanted, and it was
I would do
all
like school projects.
TV shows
dude.
and
They'd be like,
full-length
record
movies.
your-
It was just Pirate City basically.
your desktop.
It was all just pirated, free, just whatever. And then Google was just like, this is great. Obviously, you can't give away free movies and whatever, but we'll buy it, and then. Now we own this platform. And then I was like, oh, this thing fucking sucks now.
Yep.
Like I had it for a couple months because this is before streaming, this is before on-demand, this is before
Right.
anything. I literally remember first finding YouTube because I was watching old cartoons. Again, I'm like 18, 19. I'm watching cartoons from like Yu-Gi-Oh! And shit from when I was like 14. I'm like, oh my God, I never saw this episode. I've never seen this episode before. And you can't just type it and find it. And now it's like, there it is on YouTube. It's the
Yeah.
whole thing. And I was like, what? Like, and it lasted for a couple months maybe. And then it was just like,
Ads.
and then just now, not just ads.
Well,
but
and
like,
algorithms.
Yeah, it just had to, no, it just had to-
copyright.
You had to wipe out
They took
everything.
it
They
away.
had wiped out everything, and then it became
it
like
off.
a
Yes.
user creator platform. First, it was just like an uploader
I should
site.
say there's structure out of it.
So no, I have no part in my life where it's like I was in on the YouTube doing whatever. I was just
Were there other
I
websites?
just was working here.
Do you remember like
I do remember E-bombs.
E-bombs?
E-bombs?
And I remember
Albino
Newgrounds.
Black Sheep. Oh yeah.
YTMN?
See, I wouldn't go to websites and shit. It just wasn't
Oh, yeah.
YouTube. I just
Right,
wasn't on
that
YouTube.
was the
Oh, I didn't-
pre-YouTube
Oh,
world. Then
Popcat,
YouTube
yeah.
Also,
killed them all.
also, it was fucking tons of AIM. That's where I was.
That's true. There's AIM and Windows MSN Messenger.
Aim.
And that was
Chat
the
rooms.
that was before everything basically.
Yeah.
It was just like internet
The original.
AIM.
Right.
I remember I was like obsessed with the color scheme of the background being black and the letters or the
That
characters
too.
being lime
Inverse
green.
it. I did the bright neon pink too.
Yep.
Same
I'm
thing.
the last of the generation that understands dial-up.
Oh.
I am that threshold.
We'll talk about AIM names too, because we'll get there. But first, just curious, do you remember the first YouTube video you watched? Same with you.
The first YouTube video is probably my Rube Goldberg assignment in school that I had
your
to
own video.
upload.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
there you go. Like, I made this. Boop.
Oh my
Got you.
goodness. I cannot
Genuinely
remember.
don't.
Okay.
First
problem is-
YouTube?
Yeah, it's tough because there's a lot of Flash videos that get blurred, and a lot of them made the jump, and so YouTube was preceded with all those websites. People would either rip them and upload them.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Embedded.
One of the early ones I'd have to say would be the David Blaine sketch.
He's on the roof. Yeah, that's a great one.
Oh, yeah, I remember-
There
see, I remember
must
that.
be rabbits. Is that what they're called?
don't remember.
Something like that. It's the comedy sketch where like David Blaine's like, how did you get? You put me up here. Or
Phenomenal
Took me
comedy.
to dinosaur time.
Amazing. Classic. That's a good one.
Orange soda or the Cheez-Its. That was the big thing.
That-
Cheez-Its in my orange.
That was also like the higher level production value for
Yeah.
YouTube at the time. They were
And
like, how are they
Smosh.
doing these shows?
and
Yeah.
Smosh,
Well, Smosh too. Yeah, that too.
For me.
Still hasn't changed.
peak.
Talking
I'm
about, like,
just gonna say pretty close to that level what we filmed today.
4:3.
Just
It's
saying, just saying.
filmed on someone's VHS camera.
yes, it's shaky as hell.
Dude, I remember when Smosh. Well, Smosh was where I really got my start in like, internet communities. I was like super early on with their community and talking and finding people. Still friends with some of them to this day. And I remember when they hit video 50, I was like, mind blown. Like, whoa, people like make more than 50 videos on this? That is wild. And then like they hired somebody to like be their videographer with a proper camera.
Oh, they got the whole
And I was
crew
like,
set up,
this
yeah.
is wild. They're going way above and beyond. They're bringing
Remember when they were
movies
just
to the
standing in a
people.
closet making
And now,
Immortality.
and now everything's like 4K, 60 frames, like everything's crisp where it's out. And I'm like, I just remember that first step, and it was again through Smosh for me, where that happened. And I was like, this is wild. And I thought that was them going, we're done here, we're moving on. We're gonna go make movies.
We're gonna bank now. Oh.
We're gonna be a bank, yes.
We'll work at a bank. We're moving on. Like the YouTube thing was a success. We're now gonna go be bankers.
We're gonna be bankers.
Goodbye.
I mean, like, we're preaching to the choir,
50
but that
videos,
was
guys. What else do you want?
that was the appeal of YouTube,
so we see
was
here.
getting away from the studio model, and then studios went, we want that. Hang on. No, come here.
Give this to us.
There's money to be made here. One moment. But early Smosh was great for that reason. It was just them on their webcams, just like low grade
Lip syncing
potato
to
filming.
copyrighted music. I mean, that's the
Well,
thing.
yeah, and not just on the flip side.
Point at me?
Yeah,
Point
watching
at me?
first YouTube videos. You're talking about how people could upload anything. I love music. Michael knows this. And so I was trying to find like music videos that I hadn't seen before. And I was like, oh my God, you can just watch, like, I watched Video Killed the Radio Star by the Beagles was the first YouTube video I ever watched. I was like, oh my God.
Came in. You're
First of
fine.
all, I love that you know that. Like, that's like, you gotta put that like on your,
That's
on a profile. on your
MTV's
profile.
first music video, right? Was
I
that?
think so,
Did
yeah.
you know? And I had to look this up to verify it. I'm sorry to
No,
jump in.
go
No,
ahead.
please.
Hans Zimmer is in that as the keyboardist.
What?
In the background. Because the
No.
band is called, I think, the Bugles or the Fuggles. It's 2 G's.
I say Beagles.
Yeah, it's 2 G's.
The Buggles.
And it's 2 people.
Wiggles.
Bagels.
Better. They're better.
Sorry, they are.
But yeah, Hans Zimmer was the keyboard dude in the
No
background.
shit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love Hans Zimmer also as a composer.
Do you think
so that's
anybody
pretty
ever called
awesome.
him Zimlord?
Zimmy Doo?
Zim Zim.
Zimzat.
Yeah.
Who got
Zimmy Zam, Jimmy Jam.
Invader Zim. Vroom.
Who am
Yes.
I?
friends call me
Thank you.
Zimlord.
Thank you.
I got you.
Please, my friends call me Zimson.
Oh,
Stop.
Mr. and Mrs.
I was gonna say-
Zimson.
Zimson.
Speaking of music videos that you've seen for the first time,
Yeah.
for me, I was on stream and stream told me to watch Madonna's like a prayer. Oh. And never.
how was that in 2023?
The most wildest thing I have ever seen.
Walk us through it, because I
in
don't
my-
remember this at all.
That's Madonna.
It's Madonna
Madonna.
in lingerie
Correct.
in a church
Absolutely.
singing to a Black Jesus.
Correct.
And then Black Jesus comes to life as the Black Gospel Choir is singing in the background.
She's got a lot of music videos like that, by the way.
Madonna in lingerie is singing in front of burning crosses. And
It's a lot.
There's
What's
a lot
going
of
on?
imagery happening here.
I don't think the
potentially making
I don't think
visual love to Black Jesus.
Yeah, I mean,
But there's a crime and he's getting arrested.
Everything Biggie says is correct.
Of course.
Of course. It's just, there was so much to unpack, and I'm sitting there being like, and everyone's like, yeah, it's so controversial at the time. Also, Madonna dated Tupac. And I'm like, why? First of all, why do you know this? Second of all, I'm so good. I didn't know this song wasn't about God or having a prayer.
Are you serious?
Okay, that's awesome.
Oh, no.
No, that's amazing.
No. It's like burn, you heathen.
Oh,
That's
no.
the song.
Oh, no.
I'm sitting there just shook.
I always recommend singing at a choir. No one wants to sing.
Stop a prayer. I'll take you there.
I'll take you there.
Services
Is you
at five.
talking about sex? Like, what is...
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then we watched Queen music videos.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which are a trip and a half.
Yep.
I don't even know. The world was ending. It was post-apocalypto.
Say,
They
which
had
song is
gas
this?
masks. I don't remember. I
Okay,
never heard the
okay.
Queen song before.
like
But they were like,
Do you remember any piece of it?
no.
We can help you dig this out. We can crowdsource
figure
the
it out.
I
Shazam.
can
I
tell
can't.
you. I can tell you
can't.
the music video. It's all I could tell you.
Listen, I've been on YouTube quite a bit. We'll figure it out.
You were there.
I'm a
Dude,
Queen
whereas
expert.
I
I've been
back.
on YouTube.
First gen YouTuber, thank you.
I used to watch VH1's pop-up video just
Yes.
because, like, I love those little.
For the info bits.
My first music video was nothing too exciting. It was Aerosmith's "Don't Wanna Miss the Day."
Armageddon?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Rides
What
that little
happened?
animal cracker across her body. Don't worry about it. Anyways.
Oh yeah! Oh God! But I was like, Tyler though.
Yep.
Yeah, no, those.
Then she was an elf in Lord of the Rings. I was like,
All right, what's
she
going on?
kicking?
Mom?
Listen,
What was that?
That was
me
Right.
kicking
Yeah.
He's getting
onto the
If we're
couch.
shifting to bisexual awakenings, we can talk about.
Radio
listen.
Gaga. That was it.
Oh, Radio.
Radio
I actually haven't seen that one.
Scorpius.
Huh.
Wild. Queen, wild.
Queen is great, and in general, like retrospectively, and then at the time, like they have their legacy.
Yeah.
They kicked ass, took names, great work, excellent. Everyone's.
Why would
apparently.
you take names? I don't understand.
Identity theft is not something to
If
be
you're kicking ass,
Lady-
why are you taking names?
Lady Gaga took the name Lady Gaga, which I think is funny.
No, from that.
Because the whole song, the Queen song, is about like how radio and music is becoming really
It's just
dumbed
like
down.
Goo Goo Gaga,
Yeah, yeah,
like-
it's silly. Yeah, it's dumb.
It's like a great music video, but again, just it's so much. So I like miss that era where I'm like, okay, music videos were things. I was rewatching, I watched The Warriors, which made me want to watch a bunch of Michael Jackson music videos because like Bad and Beat It are all like gangs and like cool. And I'm like, these were movies.
They told stories.
They
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like, they had like credits at the
Visual
beginning.
novels.
Like Quincy Jones.
It's like a 3-minute intro.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
you're like, when's the song start?
Terrible if you just want to
Like-
listen to the song. Great if you want to watch that.
You know, you're like,
fuck.
dun,
When you put a song on and the music doesn't start, you're just
Hey,
like,
Mom,
oh
turn
shit.
it off.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a
just-
2.5-minute intro.
that just
Come
reminded
on,
me.
Mom, it's the best part. I just want to hear it. Like, let's just get to the guitar.
Right.
Please.
I'm the
You gotta
hipster
listen to the
mom,
fake fight
music
that's
lovers
about
like
to happen.
Mara.
Right.
We don't want you around here.
Yeah.
It's like, don't tell me to stay away. Song's coming.
Okay,
There's
but the intro to Thriller is incredible.
Smooth Criminal, is that what you mean?
Just shit like that.
Like literally all of that. Or like
Which is
Rock
like, it's
My
epic
World.
as fuck unless you want to just listen to the
Right.
song.
Right. It was like, you gotta give me the radio edit,
Yeah.
please, sir, ma'am. Like,
Right.
Did your parents put on intros to music videos or movies to kind of like not terrify you, but to be a little
What?
like, here's some media that's not.
Answer the fucking
It's gonna
question.
kind of freak you out a little bit.
But
Hear me out. Yeah.
no.
Okay, so my dad had all of the, I think it's just called a visual album. I don't know what you would call
Sure.
it, of Thriller. So he put on all of that for me constantly, but I was probably like
So is it like all the
8-ish?
You're a
all the
little
songs
babe.
like stitched together with
yes.
the music videos?
Yeah,
That's
as
cool.
if it's like a movie, like
Yeah.
BK just said.
But they're all playing at the same exact time.
No wonder I have
Yes.
ADHD.
Sensory
Oh my
overload.
God. Yeah. And my brain was broken ever since.
something popped and you didn't put it back.
But I remember being terrified of the Thriller intro
Yeah.
because
Oh my
like the whole like
gosh.
date scene, and then it's like, oh, Michael's cool, but is he? Like,
well, also the like special effects on that were like crazy. That's
The
like
eyes at the
American
end.
Werewolf in London vibes, like
Yes,
in the
yes.
transformation. Like it's so good.
Absolutely.
Classic.
Like I was a child, I was like, this is real. Michael Jackson's a werewolf. I'm like, oh my god. Like,
you're like screaming at the TV, I'm like, don't go in there, don't do it.
No, the
I
song
found
must
out, it was-
continue.
Well, same with like Jurassic Park. That's my favorite movie now, but my dad at the time was like, you're gonna watch some dinosaurs eating people. I was like, oh my God.
I just saw in my never-ending addiction to now TikTok and its algorithm. I stumbled across a video I saved just so I could share with you.
Okay.
And it is and you reminded me with Jurassic Park. It is the scene where I forget the Laura. Dern, yeah. She's she's trying to get the power going. She's down in like the whatever, in the cages and whatnot, and like there's a raptor in there.
Yeah.
But instead it's like if the movie was totally book accurate to that scene.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Yeah.
it's like you just see from first person, like a flare come up. It's super dark, and she's like looking around. She turns to the side, and you just see backlit, just vaguely backlit with two glowing eyes, a raptor like
Cool.
kind of twisting its head,
Cool.
looking
Don't-
around.
don't
And I'm like,
do that.
oh,
That's really cool.
If that's how the movie, yeah, exactly.
Don't twitch your
cool.
body
It was
like
just
that. I
like
felt that.
Oh. No, and it was super short because obviously it took a lot of VFX to make just that thing happen. But I'm like, oh, I could use a whole movie like that.
That's
It's-
sick.
Samuel Jackson's arm in it.
It should be.
No.
Well,
the best
in the
thing.
movie.
She goes,
Oh, thank God.
Dude, it's the best. Like that movie's so good and it holds up so
Yes.
well.
It does.
Like the epic scenes, and then you go. They literally shot that scene where they just went. I put a prop arm on her
drop the
shoulder. She
arm.
go and then drop it. It's like a Halloween prop.
his name,
it's
too,
literally
yeah.
just. It's literally just. I think it's Ray.
Yeah, I
It's
think,
literally
yeah,
just
oh,
like
Ray.
she's like, oh Ray, it's an arm. It's like it's so fucking slapstick.
That's beautiful. Just like the silliness of that mixed with in that scene and a couple of other scenes, Laura Dern just swears left and right. So she's like kicking a raptor back, going, shit! Shit!
What else
I
do you
love
say
it.
when you're about to die? You're
Sorry.
like,
Honestly, I'd be that. If I was in that scenario, just no sounds would come. I'd just be like I'd be screaming so much,
Yeah.
like internally,
You'd be-
that the sound wouldn't come
You'd
out.
be above the pitch
Like-
that your voice, your voice can be.
and it just stops.
Dog whistle
Yeah.
style. Yeah.
I just can't imagine screaming in that scenario at all. Like I get to me like screaming is like a reaction, but screaming is like someone around help me. And when there's
Yeah.
dinosaurs chasing you, I think I would just be like, oh, fuck.
Breathe.
And I'm dead. You know what I mean?
I
Michael
think
just
you
lays
chose
down.
clever girl.
right. Like that makes more sense
Yeah.
to me. I get it's like a human reaction, but like I guess realistically, you're screaming because it's like I need help, and it's like everybody's getting eaten by these dinosaurs. I don't think you're gonna get any help.
Yeah.
It just seems
My
like
last
it's
words
just.
would probably be like, oh man.
It would literally be like it would literally be.
Mine's
fuck.
goodness, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
do you ever see? There's this video of a guy who went. I don't know if it was just skydiving or parachuting or whatever, but he jumped out of a plane, had a parachute. The chute failed, and then his backup chute it got caught or something.
Oh my God.
And so he's falling, and he's got like a camera, and it's filming it, and he's like There's some resistance, but he's just plummeting to the ground, and he says something. He literally says something like, "Well, I'm dead. Bye."
Yeah, we'll see ya.
Hits the bush and doesn't die. Like he didn't die.
Oh.
And
Yes,
it was
I've seen that.
probably like 15 years ago or
Yes,
something.
I
It was a
remember
long
that.
time ago. And it was just like the drag like slowed him down enough, but literally it just goes, "Oh."
Accepts it.
Well, he wasn't like, and I mean,
Yeah,
whatever.
God.
It's different for everybody, but it was insane. He's like, "Well, bye," or some shit like
dude.
that. And then it was like a big tree bush or something, but it was fucking crazy. That guy
very
jumped out of the
thick
fucking
ground cover.
plane and more or less just was like, my parachute.
Accepting death.
Yeah,
Right.
literally was just like,
That's
okay, this
wild.
is my fate.
Well, am I wrong that if you sign up for activities like that, you kind of like, I don't want to say this is a thing that you should expect to happen, but if it does, you go, that makes sense.
I mean,
I'm
you
jumping out of a
say
plane.
that, Lindsay, though, but it's like the most dangerous thing I think in America is a car.
True. Every time I get in the car.
So I mean, again, you're not wrong, but the idea
Cars and the people.
But the idea to be like,
I'm a bad
okay, I'm doing this.
combination.
That's you unwillingly or verbally say that every single time you ever get in a motor vehicle. It's by far the most dangerous thing like humans do on
Yes.
a daily basis.
No,
Absolutely.
Obviously, it's like, well, jumping out of a plane is like something could go wrong. But again, you don't want to hear it's like statistics because when somebody jumps out of a plane and something happens, it happens. You know what I mean? It's hard to not look at it, but it's just like car accidents aren't a thing where people go like, it's just like, it's tragic, and then.
Right.
But anything else is always like, what are you doing?
Right.
true.
There was a plane crash.
I don't have to parachute.
What are you getting
to
on a
work.
plane?
I don't have to parachute to work
But
daily.
it's just,
That
it's just society,
that'd
right?
be fun.
Cars
on
are
a highway here.
Cars are so ingrained. Yeah,
Dude,
cars are so
merging in
ingrained.
Cincinnati,
Like,
best of
Merging
luck.
here?
Merging here,
Yes.
you got some merge lanes. Merging in Cincinnati, 0 feet.
But the problem's not the length. I get what you mean.
No,
the help.
but it is dangerous here too, for sure.
People just don't know how to do it. Like today, I'm on my way in, right? And I'm chilling. Every day I have the same merge, and I have to teach people how to merge. And I'm like, dude,
And you're from New York?
They want to speed around me.
Yeah.
To go. I'm like, the lane has ended, bro.
Right.
It
I gotta go
doesn't
somewhere.
exist. I'm like, just slow down.
Yeah.
Also, you in the lane I'm trying to get in, slow down or move. Like you have two choices. I don't know what. Unless your exit is literally the next exit, I'm gonna need you to get your life together. Please.
I'm not saying this is what happened in this moment, but have you encountered, like, Texans are bad about this, especially Austinites, but we get into this, like, almost like politeness bid with like, no, you go. No, you go.
That
and
shit's
then, like,
dangerous.
yeah, I'm like,
follow
you're
the
gonna
rules.
cause an
Listen to me.
accident.
Just follow the rules.
Fucking
I agree.
Don't do that.
Yesterday.
You go. And
It's a four-way stop. Okay?
Yesterday.
We all take turns.
Worse.
You were here.
Yesterday.
Hey, now you
fucking
go.
right over at HEB. There's that fucking.
Oh my gosh.
Stop.
I know exactly what you're talking
so
about.
I'm coming out of Torchy's, right? And it's like a four-way, but stop signs are only on
It's
two
a
sides.
Two sides,
It's a two-way
yes.
And
stop.
not only is it two-way stop, the stop sign, I'm sitting there looking at the stop sign, and it's like stop, and it says cross traffic does not stop, i.e. you're at the stop, your ass waits until Trevor, I'm there 1 second. The first car that comes up just stops at the intersection, which there's no fucking stop sign.
It doesn't.
But they've been trained.
I'm sitting at the stop sign looking at this person, and
you gonna go?
they're looking at me, and they're just like, and I just go. Like this, and they're just still looking at me.
You're like, hey!
And so I make the right turn because they're just sitting there, and I'm just going, you fucking idiot, you fucking idiot. Like, I'm literally reading the sign.
Yeah.
Cross traffic doesn't stop.
gestured
Look,
to
the
it.
cross traffic stopped. It was like, I'm being nice. Great.
Right.
At the roundabout, same shit happens. I've seen people
the roundabout's
yield in
rough.
the roundabout to go, okay, you can go in now.
No.
That's not how it happens.
Dude,
Your
I'm
kindness
just-
will kill someone.
It's
Yes.
just, I mean,
Kill 'em
like,
with kindness.
even that, like, I get a roundabout because it scares people. There's a stop sign. You don't have a stop sign.
Right.
You don't stop.
It's also just a yield.
You don't
They
just
yield. That's it.
stop.
I'll also point out, someone in chat said, BK, the other driver, just has a different driving philosophy. I'm sorry, on BK's, as her client, I'm gonna say, what the fuck? No, we
As
have
her
laws.
client.
Yeah, like, hold on. Yeah, sorry, as a lawyer, my client. Yeah, listen, I'm not a lawyer.
Hey, she was in the back. It was the best feeling
I work for her.
ever.
Yeah, I work.
Homegirl in the back is like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go. I'm like, where do you want me to go?
There's no
First of all,
different philosophy.
Where do you want me to go?
Right.
There are rules of the road. There are laws.
This is not an English class.
Yeah,
you can't
right.
interpret.
Turn the light off.
Right? Like turn
Turn
the
that
light
goddamn
That's
light off.
law number
Stop
one.
playing your Game Boy.
Stop playing your games.
Yeah.
Get the warm light we bought you for your birthday.
No, Trevor had the right idea. You got to wait till the streetlights pass and you go, a little bit.
But
my God.
This happened to me the other day, and on the way to work, this wasn't on the highway, but I feel you on that. There's some weird highway architecture here that exacerbates it, but it was after, it was a four-way stop, and I look, and I'm like, there's no way around.
Looking and I'm
Left and right, up and down. And I turned, this has been happening a lot lately, and I don't know if it's early onset, some sort of like my brain's deteriorating, or two,
Yes.
Join
I'm worried
me.
about it. Or two, if like again people are just driving like wildness. So
like wildness.
like wildness. So I'm like looking around. Okay, there's nobody. I turn left, and suddenly someone's on my ass. They're through the intersection and they're on my ass. I'm like, how did you get there? Did I just pull in front of you? What's going on? Why? You should have stopped. I didn't see anybody there. So, but you're here, and I'm like, and then I realized, as you were saying, all it takes is a split second, and I'm done for. Like whether it's somebody else's split second or me, I sneeze too hard and my eyes close and I veer into a tree.
It'll come out of your head.
And it comes out of my head, and then quantum immortality saves
You'll
me
keep going. You'll keep
another
going.
life.
Yeah.
Right.
But like it's spooky.
As quantum mortality is saving you, I go, no, and I stop it. And I go, we don't have time for this shit.
And then I just
And you're dead.
The worst part here is
Sorry,
that
this is too complicated.
the power goes out so much, like in certain areas
no, we
around
got a
here.
good grid.
Yeah, great grid. And the lights are just
Strong
The
grid.
best grid.
It's a strong grid.
non-existent. Real strong grid.
You don't like rolling up to traffic lights and having free-for-all four-way stops?
They don't. It's like
Let's all go now.
It pains me. And the worst part is like, okay, it's a four-way stop. Everyone, we all want to get somewhere.
You go, then 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 you. It's so.
They try to sneak in. Like, you know what I mean? When
You
have
don't
one
get
way-
two people in.
No.
They
just
inch
stop.
up, and they go, no one wants someone to go.
It's also here's the thing.
I literally had to drive up and stop in front and I go, what are you, I literally rolled
Don't
down
get
my
me
windows
wrong.
and said, what are you doing?
Don't get me wrong.
You hold your windows down and you go, excuse me, sir.
I had
What the
to.
fuck?
I was like, it was my turn.
I'm all for like traffic jam, shit going to hell, squeaking,
Right.
Like, oh, I'm gonna do whatever, like get in there. When it's a broken, blinking, or
Right.
just not on fucking traffic light, you've been waiting in traffic forever. Everyone's waiting.
It's the same.
And it's literally like there's no. I'm gonna figure this out.
No.
Shut up.
Take your
wait your
turn.
It honestly, like four-way stops are when traffic lights are broken aren't the worst
No.
because at least it's
moves.
fast.
And
it
we
moves.
know. It goes, okay, you
It
go, you go,
moves.
you go. I was here first, I go. Okay.
If the traffic light is broken, like the light is red on both sides, no one will ever go.
No, they
because
just
they're
sit
just
there.
afraid. The people will just be like,
They're
at
too
least
busy
when
doing
they're
this.
when they're off.
they
Some
blink
brave
that
soul,
too, yeah.
some one brave soul goes, I will be
That'll
the
be me.
first to drive, and the person next goes, I can do it too, and the next person goes, and me.
Every time you see a horde of cars all going only in the one direction.
Yeah.
And you're trying to make the left sitting there
Dude,
like,
I remembered today, like every day this week, they're doing a bunch of construction on Berkman. And I remembered today, I'm like, I'm there. No! And I remember driving all the way around it. Because it's not that long, but it's just one of those things where you have to stop one side of traffic, like one side of the road.
Yep.
Let people through, stop the other side, and I'm just like, oh, I've got suckered into it every day this week. And I was like, damn it, I keep forgetting. Like, once I'm sitting there, I'm in it.
Did you run into that on the way to Kura the other day on an airport?
oh no, I think I went the other way.
So there's some construction, but they maintained the two lanes.
Yeah.
They just kind of jog the lanes over, so it uses that
It goes like,
the
like
shared
around-
left
yeah.
lane turn. They just turned that into one of the whatever. But like when it jogs over, this one dude was totally stopped, blocking up that whole lane because he's like, I gotta merge. I guess I gotta get over. And like no one would let him in because one, he wasn't signaling, and two, he's just stopped in the middle of an open road,
Right.
so no one knows what he's
Sir,
doing.
Right.
and
Yeah.
or
He keeps like
man.
going like this. He's like, what's going on? I want to get it. It was weird.
It always is like aggravating when someone stopped at a stop sign and they're not going, because it's like, are you stopped at a stop sign waiting the turn? Are you not paying attention?
Yep.
Or are you lost and you just pulled over? Don't pull over at the corner at the
the
stop
front,
sign.
yes.
I think
My
you're turning. and
Got
just going.
me.
Yeah.
Because also, people here don't use blinkers.
They don't.
So
anything's possible.
stopping,
Right.
it's not like, oh, if their blinkers are off, they aren't turning. No, not at all. Tons of people stop and then turn without a blinker. So every time I see someone stopped at a corner at a stop sign, it's a game of, are you waiting? or you just like, I'm lost and I'm looking something up, but why would I stop 15 feet earlier on the curb that's just as open?
I'm meant
gonna
to stop right
at
here.
the corner and I'm
Shoot.
behind you going,
I've got like 5 seconds.
I mean, I can just drive around you, but I don't.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Then it's like I start driving around and they start moving.
And then you're like, oh. Because the worst part is when you want to turn though, and it's like, so I have this one turn near where I live, and it's like one road, like one of those side roads, 3 lanes or whatever, and I'm coming here, it's one way, 2 lanes to turn, okay? And the guys are in the right lane, and they want to turn all the way over to like the 4th lane to get on the highway, and they're in the fast turn lane. Just turn into a close one, drive for 2 seconds.
That's it.
Merge.
People gotta
and
cut
go
4
over.
lanes at once, like fucking tic-tac-toe. Jump in the first goddamn lane
dot.
and then merge.
Okay, on
It's
the-
first grade,
Dude,
Patrick.
merging is so to go, and I'm over, and I'm over.
Right.
Well, like
No,
constantly.
you gotta go.
Or just take the
every
wrong
time.
turn and loop around. It's
Yes.
like,
That's
come
the
on.
other
Take the
thing.
time.
It's like
Take the time.
these roads, these service roads, they're the same road
Right.
for every
it's a lot.
exit.
It's-
It's every exit, and you can make a U-turn and go on the
There's
other.
a U-turn every single
Oh my
one.
God.
Even for like a highway or a toll road, if you miss an exit and it's like, oh no, it's like 6 minutes.
Right, it's
you know
not
what I
bad.
mean?
Oh my-
They-
And $2.
Right. I'm just saying, it's not like, oh
this
fuck,
economy?
20 minutes
20 minutes.
until I can
It's
get
not
back.
New York. We're
Right.
on the turnpike
You're
and you're
fucked.
screwed.
And you're going over a
And I
bridge,
go
and
over a
you're like,
bridge,
ah!
$25.
No! You just have to
Like, get me
drive back. Yeah.
I'm in another state.
See, also when I'm visiting New York, I'm
hate
like, I'm not driving anywhere. Are you crazy? I'm walking everywhere and taking subway. And
Yeah.
I feel like as a state that has literally built its infrastructure around cars, why the fuck do we not know how to drive? like
Right,
what
you
is wrong
think?
with us?
I saw a train here for the first time, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have a metro?
We do.
Yeah, well,
You saw the train, but it was getting chased out of town.
Gets you to Dallas in 3 hours.
Get out of
That's
here.
the direction.
Get out.
But sorry, from your experience with turning on the opposite end, constantly there's one light going into work where we take a right, it's right turn on red, all good.
Yeah.
And people will be coming from the opposite end, the left-hand turn lane, and they'll go all the way over to the farthest right lane.
That's my turn lane.
You know, right, where I'm trying to turn in, and I'm like, whoa, you're about to hit my car, and you just passed like 2 extra lanes just so you could merge to the right, and then you don't even exit. You just wanted
Right.
to do that.
Listen, I'm in my tiny Kia driving with big dick energy. Like, cars are
Get it.
afraid of me here. Like, there'll be big truck.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they'll be like, I don't know what to do with her. She just like,
The
she
squirrely
you have the
little
energy.
vehicle?
Right.
just inserted herself into the lane. I'm just like, yeah, what?
You have a point
What?
though,
Beep, beep.
because we're cowards. You're not
You're
wrong.
right.
We drive our
Sounds
big
just
trucks
like
because we're cowards. That's it.
Tiny dick energy means big dick
Yeah.
energy.
Oh, I
I'll
see,
bark
I
and no
see.
bite. Exactly.
Yeah,
You're
you
not
gotta
wrong.
floundering. But kind of coming back to stop signs, and this kind of pairs with what you're saying. I've noticed a lot more in the last year or two, is that I think people are really scared to go. So, for example, someone's at a stop sign, I'm approaching, but I'm like 100 feet out. They've been stopped, and I'm still approaching, I'm slowing down, and I'm going, and I finally stop. Then they go, and I have to wait for them to creep through. I'm like, I'm stopping.
No.
Do you not trust that I'm going to stop?
No, they don't trust
Because then
anything.
there are other
Trevor,
times where there
it's
aren't
the
stop
same
signs,
reason
and
people-
then you just stop.
It's the same reason people won't turn out into an open lane.
Right.
And I've seen people defend it. They go, well, someone from the middle lane could merge into the right lane. It's
And they would signal it.
no.
But
And it
also,
would be close.
but also, it could happen. But
Anything
also,
could
that's how
happen.
driving works. You drive
could
in your
strike.
fucking lane. You put your signal on when you have a reasonable amount of space, and every single situation isn't. But what if someone veers wildly off the road? Like, I guess you
Right.
could say that.
Right.
That's not
The
an accurate.
percentage.
That's not an accurate like
Possibility here, yeah.
debate to me
Do
to
the
go.
math.
This is why I don't turn into an open lane that's literally designed for me to turn out on. Is someone might fly into it.
I just think
mean,
maybe-
someone might fly into the second lane as well.
Maybe
It's
we just don't drive if we're too timid.
It's just
Like, it's
wild.
okay if it can freak you out, and that's
Dude,
totally
when
valid.
people
My
don't
sister
turn out
doesn't
into an
drive,
open
like-
lane. They need like 3 of the 4 lanes, even if they
Right.
don't.
They have
Even
to
if they're
look
not
for
merging.
Yep. And the whole route needs to be clear.
It's like,
They're
if I'm going to turn
Right.
from I won't turn in the right lane because I'll never do
'Cause
that.
that makes sense.
But I'll turn out into the second lane, but I need 3 lanes to be open for me to do it.
Yeah,
And it's just
like, what are you waiting for? And then like, okay, well, I'm gonna go over and try to go around them to get in the other lane. And then the moment I go, they're like, oh, I want to turn. I'm like, God,
Me too, me
damn
too.
it, that was my lane. I was like,
As your client, can I describe an accident that we got into?
Yes,
Thank you.
please.
Okay. So it won't be relevant. So Michael and I were driving. I was driving the car, and this is me in my car. So we have someone to our right who's in a
got
work
visuals.
truck. Yeah, and we're in the far left lane.
There's like 2
fast
lanes.
lane. Yes. but-
2 lanes. We're in the left lane.
Yes.
We're in the right lane.
But
Yeah.
still the fast lane.
Just
Yes.
telling you.
Just
Okay.
saying.
It's just
Fine.
like life.
It's okay.
Yes.
But it's
So there's a turn coming up, And this guy decides, I'm gonna go
So the guy on the
turn
right.
real quick.
Yeah, the guy to the right goes to make a U-turn and just turns left in front of us.
right lane?
You get the overhead?
And just cut us off.
Overhead.
It was just like one of those sections in the road to make a U-turn,
Sure.
or if you're coming out, make a left turn.
Right.
And it just right in front of us, just fucking U-turn.
Just
and
like
we
this.
just slammed into like the back.
I hope they're watching. What the fuck?
No, they're not.
Well, what is your problem? Craziest part about that, like, guy came out, we exchanged insurance, whatever. That's all done and dealt with. The thing that really just kind of aggravated me
Grinds
was
your gears.
It really ground my gears. Darn it. But someone online was like, "Listen, actually, you're a little bit liable because you were in the left lane. If you weren't planning on passing him, you should have been in the right-hand lane. That's all on you." I was like, "I'm sorry."
Also, people.
No.
Also, maybe you were passing.
Also,
like,
people.
that wasn't part of the
well, that's the
story.
other thing,
Right, yeah.
People that
It doesn't
people
matter
that say
if
that.
you pass or flying
People
past.
that say that, I don't think understand. Passing doesn't mean I passed one car and got back into the lane. Passing means you're continuously passing cars.
You're moving at a
You
different
can
speed.
stay in the left lane if there are lots of cars in the other lanes
Don't
and you're
stay in the
passing
left lane
them.
if you're slow. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like,
or if the entire if the like right lane just to the left of the left lane is going fast enough where I'm not going to catch the car in front of me,
Right.
I always pull into that lane. But the idea that like, and I just hear a lot of people going like, well, left lane's for passing only. It's like, right, every like 10 seconds I'm passing a car.
Right.
You're continuously passing.
right.
That's what it's for.
And if you were to get over every single time, you'd actually be dangerous.
it would,
like
it would-
constantly
it would be
weaving.
insane.
Like, this is
it would be insane.
Yeah.
Yes, if it's an open road, there's no reason for you to be on the left.
There's some highways like that where
Right.
you're like,
But-
okay, you're out, you're driving like cross country. Like I've done that trip a lot from
Uh-huh.
here or whatever, and like there, it is only 2 lanes. and there's
100%.
a bunch of trucks, and you're like, all right, listen, I'm gonna get over, and then when
It's
it is
also-
clear,
right.
I'm gonna go back.
That's
but if
country
it's
rules.
not clear, I'm staying over there because this is not good for my 16 and a half hour drive. Like
Dangerous as
please.
hell, too, on the
I just
country
wanna
roads,
stay.
yeah.
I just want to stay on cruise control.
I
love being on
usually
cruise control and watching people be so variable because they're like, I'll cruise like maybe like 4 or 5 over because then you're moving and then if
I
somebody
usually,
flies by, you bleed some speed. But like to see people going like this while you're on
got
cruise
speed.
control, I'm
yeah.
like,
Dude, it's hard to maintain. You got hills and shit.
Yeah.
Speed comes at you fast.
Yeah.
that's what cruise control is
It's
for.
good though. Like I'm like, look, if it's open, if it's moving, I'm hopping in the left
Sure.
lane. I'll go a couple miles an hour and over. If someone's up my ass. That's the other thing too. If you're in the left lane and whatever, say it's a 75 and you're going 80.
Yes.
The idea is like, I don't care. I'm already going 5 miles an hour over. I'm in 11.
going the
Who
speed
gives a shit? Well, even if you're not, it's like, cool. Who cares? Just move and let the person pass you, and then either stay there or move back.
Bro, if I'm going 85, 90,
when the left
someone's
lane,
on my booty cheeks,
when the left lane,
I'm not moving.
Well, I mean, you're going 85, 90. I'm talking if I'm going 5 miles an hour the speed limit, I'll move out of the way. I'm not now going, I'm the wall. 80 miles is the limit.
Right.
Like if you're flying and I'm just going, oh, I will move out of the way.
Sure.
You always see the left lane car and the lane right next to it moving the exact same
Right,
speed.
right.
And it's like one of you do something.
do something.
Right.
One of you go faster
Yeah.
or slower
They're
or
racing.
I'm sure they're aggressively
anything.
flashing
and
their
they're
lights,
just
like, please,
waving to
please,
each other
please.
as they're driving.
Please just
like,
move.
Imagine
They're
like,
playing
they're saying hi.
solitaire. They're actually playing war with their cards. They're going 2.
I love it.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of just like racing and cars, did y'all see the Austin like drag racing events? I say events. It's like
I didn't
it's not
see
an
it till
event.
last year. Like with video clips and stuff.
Yeah, it was like on the Barton Springs intersection. There's now just like people who are doing like drag races in Austin, and I haven't seen any news like that before. So I guess it's like a new
Yeah.
thing. But this is not like a fun yay drag race. This is like ooh, that's not.
It was like Fast and Furious
Careful.
stuff. Like
Yes.
modded cars, people like doing burnouts and the illegal races and stuff.
Sounds sick.
I've seen like lowrider, not like a parade, but like people would do their own local
Like a little car
neighborhood-
show type thing.
Like a car show.
They're like, oh,
where
we're gonna meet up, bring out our
local-
classics.
Yes,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah,
like they park
hydraulics.
nearby and then they'd all drive together in kind of a caravan.
Classic.
I've seen that, but I haven't seen people racing. I saw
Yeah.
it recently. I was like, wow, is this like an annual thing or is this new?
No, I think it's I like the discourse online is like there are people who've just come to Austin. They want to make this a thing. Like this is just their area, and they're like it's really funny. It's kind of like almost like a superhero newsreel where they're like, who are these racers? What do they want? We don't know. We'll find out.
What do they want from
Find
our
out
road?
next
Basically.
time.
On the next time they have no answer. We still don't know anything about what's going down, but thanks for tuning in.
Go to Joan with the weather.
It's hot again.
It's warm. It's cold.
No
Dude,
shit.
the weather
It's
now
outside
is
now.
insane.
It's good.
right now.
Yeah.
It's good.
It was like a 90 yesterday.
Yeah, it really like.
I was like, wait, is it February? And then I heard the rest of the country is getting like a cold front.
Yep, it's 73 degrees right now. It's
Yeah.
gonna be 78 tomorrow.
Blistering.
Dips down to 66 on Friday.
Meanwhile, like LA
82
kids
on
are like
Sunday.
blizzard. Yeah.
82?
On Sunday.
Raining in LA.
It's
like-
nice,
You going
but
to
a
the
little,
beach?
little bit cloudy. But I like that.
That's good.
Cloudy in Texas ain't gloomy.
Cloudy? With a
No.
chance of
Cloudy is I'm getting burned up a little bit less.
Yes.
Like
Right.
just
It's protection. at
It
that
is what
point.
it is. It's not really a heat thing. It's more just like sunburn thing.
Right, right.
The rays be hella deadly in the Texas sun.
Talking to me about it.
Yeah,
He does
I
not
mean-
care how much melanin you have in you. All right.
Especially the closer you get to the equator, like Barbara burned instantly in Cancun, and that lasted
Oh, no.
months. The same thing happened to my mom when she first went to Mexico. It's just like you don't realize like it feels like it's going to be the same. It's just a different spot on the planet, but you're technically a little closer.
I'm just laughing too. Like, I mean, clearly I'm white as hell, but I'm also skewed a little pink. So I was laughing. My great grandfather immigrated from Scotland with the idea of like, better future for my family. And I'm laughing, thinking about me talking to him, going, "What the fuck were you thinking? The weather's horrible here. It's awful.
No,
like,
please.
We're acclimated for Northern Europe. Let's go back there."
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of your fault though.
Well, what?
You should have
Genetics?
evolved. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right. How long has your family been
Adapt.
here?
Natural selection only takes 1-2 generations.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Instantly
I have not been selected yet.
Oh my God. All right. So
What? Why the fuck are you looking at me?
I have
Approval.
to ask
Do it.
now that I have
get
Lindsay
into
here.
it.
So
Hurry up.
I was on stream last night.
What's up?
And I
For Waifu
saw a
Wednesday?
tweet.
Yeah?
For Waifu Wednesday.
shout out.
We were looking at some tweets at the start and found out that Black Eyed Peas is in the middle of a lawsuit with a children's toy company.
Did you see Mike Diva's tweet too? Okay, that's cool.
So you are aware.
I'm aware.
Of, I needed to know. Trevor, I shit you not.
Pun intended.
Oh shit.
No
It's good.
shits.
It's good.
There is a unicorn toy called Poopsies.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
In which they poop
Right.
slime.
You think it's like a cute little name, like, oh, Poopsie is like, no, like
They
they're
slime though.
it's like poop slime, like, hey, squeeze me and I'll poop, or
Is
like,
it like-
do this.
is
I'll
it
poop.
brown
Yeah.
Those
shit
stretch
color?
toys where it
Colorful
comes,
Yes.
and variety.
so it goes out and comes in as you squeeze
It's
it.
the emoji dog. Like
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
it's like toothpaste, like. But I know what you're thinking
and
of.
it's
the one
like
that-
My Little Pony swag girls. Anyway, they came
I'm
up.
gonna look up Poopsie.
Please look up Poopsie. Honestly, if you go to my Twitter, it's probably there.
Oopsie doopsie.
Poopsie, unicorn, Poopsie
they-
slime surprise.
Yes, and it is very
Oh, they do like
expensive.
they
On
do like,
Amazon, it's like $100.
Not
Can we cue
Pornhub.
it up?
Cue up the Poopsie video.
They've got a drink.
Is there a prolapse
They're
Poopsie?
in the middle of this
Probably.
lawsuit with the Black Eyed Peas because
Okay.
they took the My Hump song.
Oh.
My poops, my poops.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's
My
different.
poops, my poops.
It's a different song.
So Mike Diva, amazing
gonna
work.
do
Vanilla
it
ice
on
cream
it.
situation.
Yeah. Well, he was rightfully pointing out. He's like, "What is like the what is the legal dialogue back and forth?" They're like, "Okay, so your lyrics were my humps, my humps, my humps, and yours were poop, 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 pee." Okay.
I drive my parents crazy. I said, okay.
Yeah, go on.
And they're like getting it. Like the little unicorns, they're winking at the camera. They're selling it.
They know they're crossing the legal threshold.
And I was like, I pray to God Black Eyed Peas wins because I couldn't believe it was real. And then the more I listened to it, the more I went, this is absolutely real. The production value is too.
No, that's the best part.
too good.
The animation is
Unicorns?
crisp.
That's scary looking. It's like so cutesy that it's become scary.
Have you seen the early Barbie movies? That's what the animals look like in those. Yeah, it's like early 2000s Barbie with the animal. Yeah.
This is it.
Wait, but they poop?
Yes.
They've got
Yes, they
diapers
do.
on.
What the fuck?
Dude, it's
But why do the diapers look a little bit like
Because
frilly?
here's the thing.
little
Why are there frills?
It's
But
like
here's the
Adam
thing. Here's the thing.
That's creepy.
Poop
They're
slime.
swaggy.
Here's the thing. Poop slime is like it's a kid's thing, right? Of like a little squeeze, it's like poop poop, and it
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
out.
sure.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's never usually packaged with like a sentient creature.
Yeah, that's like my
No.
poop, my poop.
Right, like I'm talking and alive and also
saying
talking
it,
about
man.
my shit and my poop.
It's the
Usually
personality behind the poop, Michael.
It's a lifeless
Come on.
doll, you know what I mean? Like we also have a unicorn, and it's from
No, this one has a soul.
Borderlands, where you
Yes.
squeeze it and it throws up,
Yes.
right?
Blood stallion.
Right,
Yes.
and then but it's like this. The if they weren't cutesy, the poop would be less weird.
Right, like if
'Cause
it
it's
was just standalone poop.
Well, it's also more of like one of those like texture like
It's a cult
ASMR
of
things.
Poopsonality.
You know, it's more like the feel. It's the feel of squeezing
Right,
it.
I know.
like-
I've played
like-
with slime. Like I know.
It doesn't need to look like that.
No, I was like, first of all, I'm angry because they're kind of cute. Like I would want to collect them all, but
Right.
knowing that they're singing about poop.
Maybe it's more like a subtle kind of like thing for would-be parents to go, hey, it looks cute, but then you got to deal with poop. No.
Maybe, yeah.
And now you're watching this going, I just don't feel like having kids anymore. I don't know why.
This
after
is real.
After
Like,
I was watching Poopsies,
this is active
you know what? I don't think kids are as fun as I thought they were.
Yeah.
That's weird.
We've stooped to some toys where I'm like, I don't know how much educational value is happening here when I give this to my child. I'm like, I don't know if I would stoop to, I'm not going Poopsie level, okay?
That's what I was saying.
You don't wanna
Poopsie- I was
stoop
like,
to
going
I'm not
Poopsie
stooping
level.
to poop.
Like Monster High, things like that are cool. Like I've seen other cutesy things, or like like Polly Pockety, like where it has that like over like cute branding. Where I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Did I'm all about LOL surprise? Absolutely.
Right, or weird things where it's like these are the little like sponges you put in the water and they like
Expand,
they form
yeah.
and they expand.
I mean, there's
All right,
literally
cool.
like little blind bag
Yeah.
shit dolls, right? Like the theme is like there's a toilet and you drop this little turd in there, but they're not like disgusting yucky turds. It's a weird. It's kind of like Garbage Pail Kids.
Yes.
It's just like little poop squirts, but like it's not graphic enough to be actually disgusting.
Right.
It's more just like weird.
All right,
You know, like
okay.
it's a little poopy thing, weird.
This one's for
that
those kids.
like shit doesn't come out of them. they are poop.
I went on.
But like,
Why are kids so into poop?
Right.
say
Yeah,
kids,
I guess.
the kids ain't making them, Trevor.
Well, they're selling to someone.
Okay, I'm just saying.
They know they're
Somebody
marketing.
went, let's make poop.
Let me hear you out.
I also do not want to see the face of the person that invented. I'm gesturing to our own logo. to invented that. They brought to an executive board and said, "Listen, everybody."
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I went home. Exactly. I went home, toiled away.
I started shitting and then I
for
sucked it back
days.
in and I thought that'd be a great toy.
I can make that.
Right.
Anyway, here it is.
And then marketing
Poopsie.
it with that, like, who's a genius idea? Okay, so hear me out. Everybody loves Fergie.
I thought you were going to say poop.
Okay.
Best song Fergie has, Black Eyed Peas, My Humps.
Okay.
The children are gonna love this song.
Carry me further.
Carry you
Right,
further.
Spell it out.
Okay, so P-O.
Right.
Oh! It's gonna do $1 billion.
I'd be the one in the room going, wait, I'm still on the lady lumps. So where are we?
I need you to hear. It's beautiful.
Honestly,
parody.
Is it parody?
I would play
Like,
it
would
for you,
that-
but my phone died. That's how
Okay, I'm
how much I
getting in there.
need you to hear it.
We're talking about the legality. That is parody, right? Like,
Poopsie.
I mean,
I'm putting this in my watch history.
Well, this is fascinating. While we talk about a continued discussion of the legality
song 1
of
hour.
Poopsie, the Poopsie byproducts, my Poopsie lumps. This has been a great
Poopsie lumps.
discussion. Thank you for joining us here today.
I want to see
My
this
love
song
you.
on the
We've
post.
reached the end.
Yes.
Post team is up next playing Apex Legends with Ash Cameron and Jaren. Stick around for that. Thanks for watching, you poop aficionados. We'll catch you next week with something else. Whose pants will I be wearing that time? We don't know. Could be yours.
Don't send your pants in.
Deuces.
Mike wants it to be him.
He was going, ooh,
And,
me.
and he's the only one on the no list.
Yes.